A big announcement in the Republican race for governor. Candidate Mark Neumann says he's still in the race, but he says he will not be seeking the Republican Party's endorsement at its state convention next week.
News 3's Mark Lovicott joins us with more on today's announcement and what it means, Mark.
Well, simply put, political insiders say Neumann really had no other choice but to accept the fact that Scott Walker will come out on top and will win the Republican Party's endorsement. But Neumann says it is not a setback, and he says he's still poised to take the governor's seat with the Republican Party backing him or not.
We believe that the people in the state of Wisconsin should decide the nominee for our party.
In a highly unusual move, Republican candidate for governor Mark Neumann says he will not be seeking his party's endorsement. He says Scott Walker is the popular guy right now among party delegates.
He spent 6 years courting the folks that are going to this convention, the exception of the time out where he quit the last gubernatorial race. I would expect with our name not on the ballot that he'd get 100% of the vote, and we respect that.
Neumann told his followers in Madison that the next Wisconsin governor should be picked by voters and not by an endorsement at a political party's convention. He's telling his supporters to vote no endorsement at the convention next week.
He's saying to every Tea Party activist, to every conservative out there, he doesn't want their formal support. Instead, he's going to go out and say he's going to try and write out another check to try and buy that support through TV ads.
So what does this move mean? Our political science expert, Charles Franklin, tells us while Neumann doesn't think so, he's setting himself up for a disadvantage with this move. Staffing, resources, and funding from the Republican Party are all now at risk, but Franklin says there was no other alternative, as Neumann knew he was going to lose the endorsement to Walker anyways.
This race absolutely is not about the endorsement next week. It's about the 500,000 people who are going to show up to vote in September in the primary election. The fact of the matter is that it's less than 0.5% of the voters will be in this convention next week.
Neumann says it's game on as usual, and he's confident without the endorsement, he can take the primary and the governor's seat.
And we know that in 123 days, about 500,000 people from across the state of Wisconsin will, in fact, decide the nominee for the Republican Party.
In a statement, the Republican Party of Wisconsin chair says the news is disappointing, but it is respected. Neumann is still invited to attend the Republican convention next week. He says he will, and he still plans to address all the delegates there.
All right, News 3's Mark Lovicott reporting tonight. Mark, thank you very much.